Saturday afternoon hoops on the PBCSN featuring two unbeatens. Today it's Graham Simpson, Landon King with you on the Peach Belt Conference Sports Network. Carson-Newman and Lander, two non-familiar foes, but when it's a SAC team against a Peach Belt team and they're undefeated early in the season, the stakes rise.
Especially when they're receiving votes in the preseason poll. They're 2-0 coming into the season. This is going to be a pretty big non-conference game for the Bearcats. It's going to set the tone for how they're going to play for the rest of the non-conference schedule for the rest of the season.
Well, today it's late in November, but this one might have March implications when it comes to the regional rankings at the end of the year as the Eagles win the tip. Their two wins coming against King and Lees-McRae, and they showed some high-octane offense, putting up 108 against King and 98 against Lees-McRae, and they started off with a deuce here tonight.
That's exactly how you draw it up. If you're Coach Chuck Benson in his 16th year coaching the Eagles now, that's exactly what you want to see on the very first possession of the game for Carson-Newman.
261 career wins for Benson at the helm of the Eagles. Driving in, it's Daniels, dumps it down low. The deuce is missed by Kenneville and out of bounds, last touch by an Eagle.
Kenneville, the D1 transfer from Jackson State, is really making his mark so far in Greenwood this season. He's averaging 11 points and 9 rebounds per game. That leads the team by a large margin. Looking forward to seeing how he's going to play for the remainder of the year.
Terry Leonard, the leading scorer, misses on his first try. Houck leading the offense. And a miss lay-in from Fry.
There's one of those rebounds for Kenneville right there.
Grayson Pritzels had the hot hand to start this year. Mays from the corner. Jacob Daniels got his man in the air, the spin cycle for two.
Daniels has been very, very impressive. A true freshman from St. Petersburg, Florida, averaging just under 15 a game. Excited to see what this young man's going to do in his career here in Greenwood.
And we'll also see his high school teammate later on coming off the bench. Bobby Crawford Jr. put an impressive showing. There's a turnover from Rylan Houck, the junior out of Oxford, Alabama. He leads the Eagles 18.5 points per game this year.
Not only that, he's shooting a blistering 79% from the field. The man just cannot miss to start off the year. He's coming off a 25-point performance, which is a career high against Lees-McRae, so he's looking to stay hot in this one.
Pritzl initiates the offense. Here's the freshman. Daniels penetrating. Landing with 9 to shoot. Kenneville going to work. Tips it into Mays, baseline drive. Crawford. How about Leonard for three? Off the heel, offensive board. Kenneville keeps the possession alive. Crawford, triple won't fall. Lander go 0 of 2 from deep, and here come the Eagles with Fry. Down the lane, lost it momentarily. Jack Browder, he's a sharpshooter, knocks it down.
That's too easy for Browder. He's shooting 50% from three this season. You cannot leave him open. Got to put a hand in his face at all times.
That was the 7th three he's made already.
Yep.
This year.
7 for 13 from deep to start the year.
Leonard off the curl. Slices through, misses off the window, and again, Kenneville, a beast on the board.
He's been dominating down low so far.
Crawford off the screen. Down low, Kenneville. A prayer won't go.
They're getting physical down low.
No whistles just yet from the PVC officiating crew. Browder with Leonard in his grill. Down the left side, swatted away.
Kenneville has just been a force in the paint on the boards and defensively. Lander, the past few years, have had the identity of having that undersized big who plays a lot taller than what he's listed on the roster, and I think Kenneville fits that perfectly.
Before Kenneville was Navon Mays, who spent 2 years at Lander from 2021 to 23. Then he went to Clark Atlanta for a handful of years, back with the Bearcats. And he tips the board into Pritzl.
Navon didn't see the court last year due to injury. Looking forward to seeing what he's going to do back here again in Greenwood.
Leonard for the tie. Cash it.
Leonard has been on a tear to start the year. He's averaging 16.5 points per game. And you can tell that the coaches trust him. They run the offense through him. They trust him to make the big shots. And it's truly just a testament to the hard work that not only Terry put in the offseason, but that our coaching staff has in developing these players.
Leonard gets the steal. The backcourt of Leonard and Pritzel have been great, especially in the absence of Tommy Moore. Cannonville on the roll, swatted away, Fry with the steal.
Eagles collapsing on Cannonville whenever he gets the ball down low in the paint, and it's working so far.
Browder, his second three goes of the day.
That's his shot right there. That's a beautiful shot. Beautiful form also. He's got 6 points early here.
Could not forget about Jack Browder, the senior out of Kingsport, Tennessee.
Averaging 15 points per game, also 9 rebounds per game.
Yep, 9 rebounds each in his first 2 contests against King and Lees McRae. The impressive freshman Daniels back out to Pritzel. Shot clock trained to 10. Step back three on its way. And a rebound underneath. Fry had a tap from behind, stepped on the baseline. And it's going Carson-Newman's way. That'll send us to the media. Jack Browder's triple is the difference. 8-5, Carson-Newman lead on the Peach Belt Conference Sports Network. Okay, all right, my bad.
Teammates.
Yeah. Okay.
Bro, Desmond Evans has got to be the dude with the headband and dreads and glasses.
Is there a delay?
Nice.
How do we sound? How does it sound? Clear? Is it coming in hot?
Nothing I've seen. All I've seen is this game. But I've also not been watching it as hard. I watched this in the delay and then I've been watching it. Yeah, I can usually get notes for that.
I know that girl that was dancing, right? That black girl with the glasses.
Back on the PBC Sports Network, Graham Simpson, Landon King with you. It's an 8-5 Carson-Newman lead. They've made 2 threes, both by their senior guard, Jack Browder.
Bobby Crawford, as the aforementioned teammate of Jacob Daniels now in the game, as well as Jake Trangone, assist leader for Lander so far.
First miss of the day for Browder. Rebound goes to Leonard Jr. Bilbrey guarding Pritzel tightly. Trangone, impressive sophomore start as Leonard cans in the triple.
Leonard now makes his second triple of the game. We've got a little three-point contest going on between Leonard and Browder.
Bilbrey looking for the screen, gets it from Stamper. Nice through the defense. Pass tip, but gets to Browder. Hauk, he's been an impressive scorer, falling away. Left it short, Pritzel clears the glass.
Good defense there.
Bearcats on attack mode, tied up at 8. Here's the freshman Florida connection. Daniels lends it over Leonard, and the teardropper falls.
Leonard has found his way here in this first half. He's got 8 early points for the sophomore.
About a 2-minute scoring drought for Carson-Newman as Lander take their first lead. Bilbrey gets to his spot and knocks it in.
That's a good shot by Bilbrey. That's going to be a consistent theme through a lot of these Carson-Newman players, especially the starters, all of them in double-figure scoring. They also got some dudes off the bench. Ollie Smith averaging 16 points off the bench for the Eagles. A lot of depth here for Carson-Newman.
Jacob Daniels behind the screen. Pritzel Puts it up, won't fall, was looking for the foul.
Didn't get it.
No fouls for either team just yet as the bucket goes in. Isaac Stamper, the senior out of Ohio.
That's his first bucket of the season. He went scoreless in the first 2 games versus Lees McRae and King.
He was 0 for 7 from the field to start the year. That was his first made field goal. Daniels crosses over and finishes.
He is so crafty when finishing at the rim. Something to look forward to in this kid.
Bearcats tied up at 12. Bilbrey feeling it. Misses the side step 3 and out of play it goes.
Neither team showing any hesitation to shoot from beyond the arc here. Carson-Newman with 2 made threes, both from Browder. Lander, on the other hand, also 2 made, both from Terry Leonard Jr.
Terry has 8 of the 12 Bearcat points. Offense being ran by the freshman Daniels. Daniels again. Got his man in the air. The baby hook gets a friendly roll.
He's had the ball in his hands so much. Incredible trust from the coaching staff to having a true freshman here to facilitate this offense and go and get a bucket when needed.
Back and forth we go. Hout cutting inside. Got it and a foul.
Hout's first bucket of the game. As we mentioned previously, putting up 18.5 points per game. Definitely a player to look out for the Eagles.
Houck is 4 of 5 at the line this season. How about this in his last game? He's coming off a career-high 25 points. He shot 10 of 11 from the field against Lees McRae, but he misses his and one opportunity. Still a tie ball game at 14. Terry Leonard trying to hit double figures and does.
Leonard is on a tear right now. He's now in double figures like you just said. 10 points early for Terry. Him and Daniels are the only 2 Bearcats to get on the score sheet so far.
Terry Leonard came out of high school very decorated, played for the Dorman Cavaliers. He comes to Lander in red shirts. Got his first playing action last year, and he's really burst onto the scene Landon this season.
Yes, he has. And
gets the block right there. Bilbrey keeps it alive. He's got space. Can't make him pay.
As we were talking about before, Leonard, not just a testament to all he's done in the offseason. The coaching staff has done a terrific job developing him, as well as Grayson Pretzel, into 2 of the leading scorers in the Peach Belt Conference right now. 2 guys whose roles weren't as large last year and have really transformed into 2 stars in the Peach Belt so far.
Step back 3 from Terry.
Heat check.
Pretzel, hands in the cookie jar. 1-on-2 fast break. How about Leonard for 3? Too strong. Down low, Bearcats getting good work inside, but the layup was missed by Crawford Jr.
Not the result you want right there, but I like the patience there from Pretzel under the rim. Not going too fast, waiting for the right play, and he made it.
Bilbrey pushes it out. Smith tries a 3. And the lefty can't connect. Another offensive board. And a shooting foul. Great job by Jack Browder. Baiting the foul. He'll get 3 at the stripe.
Browder, only 2 foul shots so far on the year. He's made both of them. See what he'll do after this media timeout.
3 shots. If he makes all 3 of them, he'll have a chance to give Carson-Newman the lead back with 10:24. You're watching on the Peach Belt Conference Sports Network.
Over 51 years, ATC Development has been setting the standard in apartment living across the CSRA.
Back here on the PBC Sports Network, Landon King, Graham Simpson here at Finis Horne Arena. 16-14, Lander lead with 10:24 to play in this first half. For those interested, we got some scores from around the conference for you guys. Yesterday, Friday, November 21st, Mount Olive takes down Middle Georgia, the latest member of the Peach Belt Conference, 94-91. West Florida was able to handle business down in Morrow, Georgia against Clayton State, 101-71. And earlier today, North Georgia takes home a nail-biter against Southern Wesleyan, who just defeated another PBC foe by 83-81, Georgia College on Wednesday. North Georgia is able to take home the victory, 67-60 in Dahlonega.
Yeah, we've seen Southern Wesleyan get a little rise this year.
Yeah.
They've competing with some PBC teams.
They've stacked their non-conference up with a bunch of PBC teams, and they've been competing well against them so far.
Here is Jack Browder at the line. He's 2 of 2 this year from the charity stripe.
Looks like we may have a book issue or maybe a clock issue over there at the scores table.
It's a 16-14 Lander lead. The score doesn't change. Foul went on Bobby Crawford for the Bearcats. He's on the bench now along with Pritzel, who checked out.
Perfect streak stays alive for Browder. He's got 7 in this one now.
We'll see Antoine Weber into the game for the first time for the Bearcats.
Browder really doing everything for Carson-Newman so far. 4 boards, 2 assists as well. Having himself a game so far in this one.
Browder stays automatic. Well, he really got onto the scene offensively his sophomore year. Averaged over 15 points per game, nearing 20 points per game as a junior. And he's poised to lead the Eagles once again now in his final season at Carson-Newman.
That jump shot is just so smooth.
Here's Canaville. Off the attack. Uses the window for a soft finish.
Nice physical finish there for the D1 transfer. His first bucket of the game.
That transfer out of Jackson State.
Antoine Weber Jr. in the game as well. And conference transfer from Georgia Southwestern. We know all about him. Glad to have him on our side now.
Browder doing work in the mid-post. Can't finish. Canaville rips down the board.
Such a physical rebounder. That's 4 for Canaville now.
Canaville, physical player in general. He shot the most free throws out of anybody on the Lander team as he flies for 2.
Another physical finish there for Canaville. He just doesn't care who's down there. He's going to go up and he's going to get his.
Canaville's bring that physicality early in the season in November. He's already shot 15 free throws in 2 games. Tried for the block there. Finish won't go. Here's Illick. Beautiful feed for the dunk for Fry.
That was a beautiful feed. You put it exactly right there. Khalees Fry gets his first bucket of the game, averaging 10 points on the dot. He had 16 points versus King in their last outing. He shot 7 or 8 from the field, 9 for 14 on the season. Another blistering shooter for the Eagles.
Tringo so good in the dribble handoffs. Freshman Daniels. Leonard, he's been dangerous. He's in double figures. Leonard placed it up, and a shot clock violation on the Bearcats.
Makes Lander just 2 of 8 from deep so far in this one. Leonard, of course, still is the only 3-point maker for Lander so far. And that's been their identity for the past few years since Coach Otada's got here. Live and die by the 3.
One of the best 3-point shooting teams in the conference a season ago.
And that's been a consistent theme for the past few years.
They were second only behind USCB in 3-point makes. Browder gives it up, Illick. Quick trigger 3, Smith misses everything. Somehow kept alive by Fry. He just got the dunk and now reverses the lay-in.
Good rebound underneath by Fry. I'm honestly not sure how he got that one, but he's able to get the bucket. Fry only takes very high percentage looks, as we've seen so far. Both of his makes, the dunk and that layup right by the rim.
Eagles in a zone. Tringone works from the high post. Daniels from the right block. Canaville with 5 to shoot. In a spin cycle, stripped away. Fry picks up the loose ball. Charge taken by Terry Leonard.
Way to get in position there by Terry. put your body on the line, draw the foul, and we're going the other way.
1 point Eagle lead with 7:42 remaining in the opening half. You're watching Lander basketball on the Peach Belt Conference Sports Network.
Bearcats really keep us excited, sir. Greenwood and Horne, 572 Northwest, Unit 123 at the Public Shopping Center. The safe and contact perspective or delivery options. Order ahead to the King website or the Health Rewards app tag, which will be ready when you are. Our unique menu options are purposely blended to meet your specific needs, goals, and ambitions. We're committed to blending more nutritious food with whole foods and organic veggies, and removing artificial ingredients and additives in many blends. Spooky and Bearcats are open team.
Neither team has led by more than 3. We have had 6 lead changes between Lander and Carson-Newman, a early non-conference battle between 2 Southeast region foes. Both teams undefeated. Lander knocked off Catawba and UNC Pembroke to start the year, something they failed to do last season. Long 3, Daniels can't finish. Terry Leonard flying in for the board, falls to Browder.
Like you mentioned earlier, this game could have some March implications on it as well.
Too much space. Browder makes him pay.
Just way too easy for Jack Browder. 12 points now for the senior. 3 triples.
Now 3 of 4 from deep. Daniels can't finish, taps it Canaville, and Fry ends up with it for Carson-Newman. Bilbrey on the hit ahead. He check, he doesn't take it. Driving kick from Houck. Illick outside, Bilbrey sprays it from deep.
Back-to-back triples for the Eagles. They were 3 of 9 up to that point before Browder made that triple and the Bilbrey triple right there.
Eagles in a 2-3 zone with their largest lead of the day at 7.
Lander scoreless for the past 3 minutes while Carson-Newman stringing together some buckets. 10-0 run for the Eagles in that same time frame.
Foul underneath. It'll stay with Lander with 6:16. Carson-Newman have made 4 threes. They're 4 of 10. Lander 2 of 9. So both teams chucking them up early. Trengone to the freshman. Here's Canaville. Lost control and he gets fouled.
Gonna be 2 shots for Canaville here.
Canaville's made 10 of his 15 free throws this season. Played 15 and a half minutes a game last year for Jackson State. So some D1 ball for Canaville and Mississippi. As Lander looking for some wholesale changes. They'll bring on Breon Steele for the first time, redshirt freshman out of Goose Creek.
Saw his first action versus Pembroke. Didn't play versus Catawba. He recorded a rebound and a block in that win over UNCP.
Bearcats have been known to go deep into the bench, something that Coach Watad has implemented since he's gotten here a couple years ago. Now 5 years for Coach Watad.
Kenneville has a shot to break the scoreless drought here for Lander. Now up to 3.5 minutes. Let's see what he's got here at the charity stripe.
Yeah, this is to stop the 10-0 Carson-Newman run, and it does.
Kenneville, his scoring total up to 5 points now.
Coming off a 12-point, 12-rebound outing against the Pembroke Braves. You know, Coach Watad has wanted a player like Kenneville for a very long time.
Yes.
You know he's going to utilize him both offensively and defensively.
Especially once we get deeper into conference play. Going to really see what he's made of there.
Bilbrey creates space. Too much. Misses the three. Fry's been a beast on the boards. He gets another chance for the Eagles. Battling down low and gets it over Mays.
Fry, as you said, he's been a beast on the boards. That's his third rebound. I believe all three are offensive rebounds as well. He's got 6 points.
Bearcats having to work from behind. A 12-2 run, last 4 minutes for Carson-Newman. Avon Mays. And physical defense from Fry cost him a foul. 4th team foul on the Eagles.
That's a second on Fry.
Fry will have to check out. He's in foul trouble. Oh boy, he has gotten 4 man's rebounds so far today.
Yes. Ollie Smith into the game for the Eagles. Still scoreless in this one, but he's averaging 16 points per game off the bench for Carson-Newman.
Antoine Weber. Beautiful feed to Mays, who knocks it in.
Mays from 3. He's still perfect from beyond the arc on the season. Make that 3 for 3. Welcome back, big man.
Had 7 points in the last game. There's his first triple of today's contest. Bilbrey, what a move. Slices through and uses the glass.
That was a really crafty move there from Bilbrey. Way to create space for the undersized guard right there.
And Carson-Newman did so well getting back on Lander early and responding with points.
Yes, they are wasting no time getting down the floor, not allowing Lander to get exactly set on defense and taking advantage of that.
Kenneville rolling to the rim. Missed it short. Got his own rebound. He's got options on the perimeter. Chooses Weber. Driving kick. Kenneville works again from the post. Backing down. Righty hook. Rolls in.
Favorable roll there for Kenneville. He's up to 8 points, 5 boards now.
Bilbrey.
2 big men leading the charge now for Lander, Mays and Kenneville.
Bilbrey's had the ball in his hands the entire possession. Now gets it out to Smith. And Kenneville again with the rebound.
Smith now 0 for 3 from deep in this one. Hasn't been able to quite find his footing.
Kenneville
so game.
Kicks to Mays. First 3-point miss of the year for Navon.
Had to happen eventually.
Browder with the board. Pushing in transition. Euro to the baby hook and it rolls in.
Browder is a very versatile player. He can take it to the rim. He can pop a quick mid-range. He can knock down a catch and shoot. He's got 14.
A 6'4", averaging 9 rebounds per game at the guard position. It's a big reason why Carson-Newman has a 33-27 lead. It's Saturday afternoon hoops on the Peach Belt Conference Sports Network. Back here on the Peach Belt Conference Sports Network from Finis Horne Arena, Carson-Newman leading the Bearcats by 2 possessions. Graham Simpson, Landon King with you. It's been the guard play for the Eagles. 23 combined points between Browder and Bilbrey. That's 23 of the 33 for the Eagles in total.
Yeah, and these two dudes average 29 points per game combined. Really some elite scorers that are going to be in the SAC conference. They have been unstoppable so far.
Bearcats looking for some momentum before the halftime break. Both teams with an undefeated record so far. Fritzl, he's been held quiet this afternoon. Got one to shoot, he's got to put it up. Shot clock violation. Second time that's happened today for the Bearcats.
I'm not sure if Fritzl was aware of how low the shot clock had gotten right there. Not a very pretty possession there for Lander.
Lander making some changes to their guard rotation. Terry Leonard comes in along with Jacob Daniels. Antoine Weber stays on the court. A 3-guard lineup for the Bearcats, trying to stop Bilbrey. He's been on fire with 9 early points.
Such a smooth ball handler.
Stamper, triple goes in.
He's made his mark in this one. As he mentioned before, scoreless in the first 2 games, 5 points here in this one. Carson-Newman now have the largest lead of the game at 9.
Mays trying to cut into that Eagle lead.
Good pass.
Daniels cutting inside. And good defense from Isaac Stamper.
Wanted the foul right there, I believe, but officials have been letting a good bit go here, and I'm not.
Stamper with the mismatch, and he turns it into points.
Stamper, 7 points now, scores on back-to-back possessions. Double-digit lead for Carson-Newman now.
A 7-0 run for the Eagles. Here's Terry Leonard. Lobs it up, Crawford lays it in.
Good pass there from Leonard. Gets Crawford his first bucket of the game. Ends another scoring drought for Lander of 2 minutes.
Last 5 points for the Eagles have been scored by Isaac Stamper, their big man. Here's Browder. Inside to the cutting Hauk on Weber. Bilbrey, like you said, a smooth operator with the ball in his hands. 1-on-1. Step back 3. I think Crawford got a piece of it. Daniels, excuse me. Goes off the front Tim. Here comes Terry Leonard. Leonard with a burst of speed. Runs over the ball, still up for grabs. Kicked around. Saved by Carson-Newman.
Good save by Hauk. Great hustle there.
Browder with space. And knocks it in.
It's almost automatic for Browder. 4 for 5 from deep. He's got 17 in this first half. 12-point lead for Carson-Newman. Under a minute to go.
The sharpshooter with a huge 3. As we go under a minute to play in the first half. Crawford again down low. Finds Leonard.
Good move by Leonard.
One dribble pull up. Won't go. Mays tips it and he's fouled.
I believe that was one of those situations where if you make the bucket, no foul, but since he missed it, he gets the call, and Navon's going to head to the line here.
He's 1 of 3 from the line this year. Looking for a second free throw make. Carson-Newman's 12-point lead, the largest lead for either team. Lander's last lead was 20-17 with 9:26 to go in the first. And ever since the under-8 media timeout, it has been all Carson-Newman.
And a large part of that, as we've continued to mention, has been Jack Browder and Matt Bilbrey.
He has the ball now. They have their fingerprints on every point scored today by Carson-Newman. Ollie Smith pushes it to Stamper. Browder. Too smooth.
Once again, going back to the depth of Carson-Newman. Rylan Hauk, their leading scorer, not able to find his footing. They have multiple other guys they can turn to.
Daniels can't end the half with a 3. And Carson-Newman going to the break up by 13 points on the Lander Bearcats, 43-30. They ended on a big run. They made 5 of their last 6 tries and now shooting over 50% from the floor. It was a tale of one half, but really there was 2 parts. The first 10 minutes and then the last, which Carson-Newman dominated.
Yeah, I would split that first half into 2 halves like you just said. The first half was pretty competitive. Both teams were pretty even there. In that second half of the first half, Carson-Newman just completely took over the ball game. They're now shooting, like you said, over 50%. Lander just 12 for 32, 37% from the field. Also, Lander only made 3 triples.
B1-2.
Envisioned it before. Your future. It's big and it's bold. Now, it's time to make it happen. Our experienced faculty and friendly staff work to provide a personalized and supportive academic experience that most institutions cannot match. Lander University offers fast, flexible, and affordable online and graduate programs for those who want to launch their career path to the next level. When you launch with Lander, the world will take notice. Learn more today at www.lander.edu.
Back Steakhouse has a new 3-course meal called the Aussie Aussie Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. With soup or salad, choice of 5 entrees, and cheesecake for dessert.
Oi, 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 oi!
It's 3 oys. 3 courses starting at $16.99 at Outback for a limited time.
11:49 to go in front. Basket. It was 11:49 to make it 16-14.
2020, at that point in the game.
Back with the second half on the Peach Belt Conference Sports Network. Graham Simpson, Landon King with you. The first half dominated by the three ball and by the Carson-Newman Eagles. 6 made threes, 4 of them from their sharpshooter, Jack Browder. He was unconscious to start the game.
Absolutely unconscious. 19 points, 4 or 5 from deep, 6 boards and 2 assists. He's been the leading force for the Eagles so far in this one. Carson-Newman closed that first half out, going 5 for 6 from the field. A strong closing there to end the second half. Exactly what you want if you're the Eagles. Lander's going to have to bounce back early here if they want to stay in this one.
And they have a slight edge in the rebound category.
Yep.
Out-rebounding Lander 20-17. That's something Lander's going to have to flip if they want to win this game.
100%. The rebounding game has been very physical down there. Cannaville's been down there fighting for his life. Browder, as we mentioned before, only 6'4", averaging 9 boards. Grabbed 6 there in that first half. Lander's going to have to dominate on the boards here in the second half.
And we've had a very physical game thus far.
Oh,
Only
yeah.
7 combined personal fouls called.
Yeah, and we were talking about this earlier. I don't hate it. I like the way they let them play. I'm liking the way this game's going so far, except for the score.
Illick and Fry both have 2 for Carson-Newman. Lander just with 2 personal themselves. Trengone and Crawford both picked up a foul. Everybody else has a clean slate as we start the second. Bearcats gonna have to get some attacks from their guards. Terry finds Pritzel. He's been kept quiet, no points thus far. He's been someone that Carson-Newman has blitzed on the defensive end. Hauk gets an offensive foul charged on him. Navon Mays is so good at drawing the charge.
Absolutely. That was one of the things that it was going to happen once per game back when he was at Lander, was the Navon Mays charge, government-mandated Navon Mays charge, and we get that one there. It's the second of the game for the Lander Bearcats.
And there's the first personal foul of the half. Bearcats with their largest deficit of the season thus far. Pritzel drives in and gets his first 2.
Pritzel, one of the leading scorers on the Bearcats this year, held quiet in that first half, just got his first bucket. Looking forward to see if he can get back on track in the second half because the Bearcats are going to need it.
Daniels with good defense on Bilbrey. Backdoor cut. They can't thread the needle. Pritzel with the loose ball.
Lander was applying the pressure multiple feet outside the three-point line right there.
Pritzel trying to get some work. Tough move, but can't finish. Hauk grabs the board.
Hauk was pretty quiet in that first half as well, only 2 points.
Goal 10, we'll count it.
Khalees Fry was not quiet in the first half. He had 6, 3 boards. Now he's got 8.
And so everywhere. Bearcats led in scoring by Terry Leonard, who has 10. Daniels handed his face, doesn't matter.
Daniels started off hot, started off 3 for 4 from the field, missed 4 straight, back on track for that triple right there.
Lander was just their 4th three-point make of the contest.
Still bringing the pressure.
Illick with a left-hand drive, backing down on Cannaville. Illick going to work. Falling away, somehow got it to switch.
Good defense, better offense there from Braden Illick, his first bucket of the game.
That was a 2, it's 47-35.
Illick putting up 10.5 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 7.5 rebounds. Does a little bit of everything for the Eagles.
Bearcats leading scorer today, Terry Leonard, spins, somehow dumps it down to Mays. Actually, it's Cannaville, apologies, who cannot get it into the shot attempt. Here's the story of the game this far. Browder
misses his first shot of the second half. Good defense there from Navon.
Terry Leonard stops on a dime and it rattles out.
He wanted that one. Leonard now 4 for 12 from the field in this one.
Bilbrey finds an open Hauk. And Cannaville rising for his 7th rebound of the game.
He got up on that one.
Cannaville initiating the offense. Fritzl had it tapped away, still up for grabs. Daniels gets it over to Leonard.
Good job there from Daniels. That was another thing in the first half that Lander could not get going was the 50-50 balls.
Mays grabs the offensive board. Daniels with Ryland Houck guarding him. 14 to shoot. Pull up Jay. Another miss from 3 for the Bearcats.
Lander now 1 for 5, their last 5 field goal attempts.
Browder gets double teamed and turns it over.
The defensive pressure seeming to work so far.
Line drive attack, swatted away.
Wow! Comes out of nowhere. I thought that was for sure a bucket for Daniels. He looks like he wants the goaltend. Wow. Police Fry skies for the block.
Looked like it was going to be an open dunk for the freshman Daniels. Cannaville works inside. Left it short, got his own miss. Leonard spots up from deep. Too strong. And another empty possession for Lander in the second half. Fry doing everything, but misses the finish. He'll have 2 at the line.
Lander starting the second half, much like they finished the first half. Just cannot buy a bucket at the moment. Scoreless past 2.5 minutes. 1 for 8, their last 8 field goals.
We'll take a break on the PBC Sports Network.
Please welcome to the court your Lady Sassy Cats team and Lady Chip team.
Lead still at double digits for Carson-Newman as we hit the first media break of the second half. Lander were very late coming out of the halftime tunnel. It was a long conversation with Coach Watad in the locker room during the break. And you kind of tell they've changed their defensive scheme, especially on Browder, who torched them in the first half.
Yeah, they've definitely put some emphasis on Jack Browder, not letting him get any space whatsoever. And I think that's what they're going to have to do to keep him contained in this one.
First one goes in on the free throw for Fry, senior out of Newport, Kentucky. Had 16 points in the first game of the season against King. This is for 10 this afternoon. He leaves it short. Jacob Daniels, starting point guard, has played 22 minutes this afternoon, the most out of any Bearcat. Navon gives it up. Backcourt on Lander.
Miscommunication there between Navon and Fritzl.
Sixth turnover of the game on the Bearcats. Isaac Stamper, the big fella, back in for the Eagles. Bilbrey got the mismatch. Facilitates to Smith. And Daniels was holding Stamper down in the post. Personal foul on the freshman.
His first.
We've seen the personal fouls rack up now for both of these teams. Carson-Newman start the first of a 3-game slate against Peach Belt Conference opponents. They'll go to North Georgia on the 26th. They have Augusta coming to town on the 29th of November. And they're in the SAC, so they have a very long conference slate, which kicks off December 6th. They'll only have one more non-conference game left of the year. It's on New Year's Eve against Tennessee Wesleyan. After their 3-game Peach Belt tour, as they get the easy backdoor cut with Ryland Hout.
Second bucket of the game for Hout.
How about the dish from Stamper?
He's been doing a lot this game after being scoreless the first 2 games.
The lead is swelled to 15 for Carson-Newman. Daniels.
Good pass.
Beats it down low. Trengone gets a roll in.
Beautiful pick and roll there between Daniels and Trengone. A great pass from Daniels. Gets Trengone his first bucket of the afternoon.
Guard to guard screen. Bilbrey gets the mismatch. Great defense from Daniels on Browder. And a big board from Mavon Mays, who was fouled on his way back down.
Great defense from the freshman on the Eagles' leading scorer on that possession.
You could tell that's a big reason why the freshman is getting so many minutes.
Yes.
The defense has been a calling card already for Jacob Daniels 3 games into his career.
Any level of basketball, you play good defense, you're going to see the floor. And Jacob Daniels is living proof of that right now.
Mays on the roll, he's fouled and will shoot a pair.
It's going to go on Stamper, I believe.
Great job to facilitate by Terry Leonard. He's showing Lander's going to need to get hot here in the second half, especially from 3. Lander 1 of 4 from beyond the arc so far in the second half. They're hitting at a 25% clip all night long.
Yeah, 4 for 16 from 3 for the Bearcats so far.
Oh, friendly roll from Mavon. Oh, shooter's touch from the big man.
It's got 5. 2 for 3 from the strike.
Mavon Mays now in his second stint with the Lander Bearcats. Played his freshman and sophomore years here. Spent 2 seasons at Clark Atlanta, and he's found his way back to Greenwood. He has 2 of 2 at the line. Here's Stamper. Browder creating space and knocks it in.
Hot hand continues. His first bucket of the second half, and of course it comes from beyond the arc. 5th triple, 22 for Browder.
Daniels a shot fake, driving on Fry. Great defense from number 7 in Navy.
He's been everywhere tonight.
Trengone doesn't get the charge. Smith, one more to the corner. Step back, Bilbrey. Again to Smith, driving inside. And a blocking foul called on Mavon Mays.
That was great ball movement there from Carson-Newman. The art of the extra pass.
It was set up from Ollie Smith to Bilbrey. And it's Ollie Smith at the line. The sophomore out of Sydney, Australia. Had a career-high 22 points in the win against King to start the season. And the lefty at the line knocks in the first.
His first point of the game. Lander's done a good job containing the Australian.
Smith was 0 of 3, all of them coming from deep. Lander been playing from behind for the last 16 minutes of game time. Daniels down low on the bounce pass. Trengone was swatted away.
I believe it was Stamper on the deflection.
Yep, intercepted by Mays. Errant pass from Fry. Terry Leonard out of control. And another turnover. Smith leading the charge. And a beautiful lay-in in transition. Omar Watad wants a timeout to talk things over. 56-39, Carson-Newman making a statement on the road here at Horne Arena. We'll step aside on the Peach Belt Conference Sports Network. (56-39) lead for Carson-Newman with 12:52 remaining in the game. Both teams have been sloppy offensively in the second half. Later, though, they need to get some points in a hurry.
Yeah, 3 for 13 in this second half, 1 for 10 in their last 10 field goal tries.
And Carson-Newman just blitzing the perimeter. Nobody on Lander can get a clean look from three.
At all.
That's been the calling card for the Bearcats early on this season. Antoine Weber, guard presence into the game, finds Pritzel. Breon Steele, the red shirt. Cannaville with 10 to shoot. Steele again. Kicks up top, Weber. Again, empty from the well, but Breon still with the offensive board. Another chance for Lander. Pritzel feeds it down low. Steele somehow finds Antoine Weber. Drives in, reverses, and the foul.
Great save from Pritzel to set it up, and great move there from Weber to get the and one. Sees the baseline open, takes advantage, finishes through the contact. He gets his first bucket of the game.
This would be Weber's second trip to the free throw line this year. Both of them have been and one attempts. He's 0 for 1 in the 2025 campaign. Transfer from Georgia Southwestern. Around and out. Averaged 9.5 points per game for the Hurricanes a season ago. Illick tapped away by Cannaville, gets it back into Browder. Browder, so poised with the ball, hangs and hits, plus the harm.
Great finish there from Browder. Great patience to hang in the air, wait for an opportunity to get the shot up over the tall Cannaville. He's been unstoppable in this one.
Well, the three-point assassin will get a chance to do it the old-fashioned way when we come back. 11:50 remaining, and from Horne Arena, it's the Peach Belt Conference Sports Network. Carson-Newman has come out the second half, outscored Lander 15-11 after having a 13-point halftime lead. And it's been the case of rebounds and made three-pointers for Carson-Newman. Browder at the line tried to complete a three-point play, and he's been unguardable. He's already got 24, a chance to make it 25 here at the line.
Only one rebound away from a double-double as well for the senior. Having himself a career day here in Horne Arena.
Yeah, 9 rebounds right now for Browder. He's got 9 boards in each of his first 3 games this year.
Just needs 3 points to top his career high that he had versus UVA Wise last season.
Lob up, Crawford can't corral. And it's Browder with the loose ball.
Good defense.
He got it stolen. Trengone on the fast break. Weber got his man in the air, finds Trengone, splits the D, and gets the floater to finish.
Way to pass up a good look for an even better look there from Weber, and good move from Trengone to get to the rack, get his first bucket of the game. Much needed make there from Lander. They've only shot 5 for 16 here in the second half, compared to Carson-Newman, who shot 6 for 9.
Illick
7 for 10.
Rattles it in from deep, and another response from the Eagles.
Every time Lander gets a bucket, Carson-Newman just answers right back, and they've been able to keep the foot on the gas pedal here, keeping Lander from forging a comeback.
Pritzel, he's been uncomfortable all night. Gets into the high post, kicks out Steele. His triple try won't go. Another rebound for Fry. Hit ahead to Brown. Rises, scoops. English won't go. Ollie Smith crashes the glass. Illick another. That won't fall.
Almost. That would have been a great move from Colin Brown if that would have went in. Another double-figure score off the bench for the Eagles. He's putting up 11 per game so far this year. Hasn't seen much action here today, though.
Weber with an ISO. Works on Ollie Smith and gets to the rack.
Antoine Weber starting to string together some buckets now. He's got 4. Need to keep that foot on the gas pedal. Down 16, 10 minutes to play here.
Bearcats needing something from a guard. Weber has come alive. Terry Leonard and Pritzel have combined for 2 points here in the second.
Leonard just now heads to the scores table, getting ready to check back into the ball game.
Browder creating contact, and the foul goes on the floor on Jake Trengone.
Trengone's second.
Carson-Newman, 8 of 19 from deep in the game. That's 42%. Contrast to Lander, who's 4 for 18.
22%.
A 20% difference on three-point percentage between the two teams tonight. Browder gets blitzed. Illick, shot fake. Now he'll drive. Brown can't get it to fall. Ollie Smith crashing the glass. Got it ripped away from Trengone.
Going to get him for a foul.
Yep.
Smith was looking for a jump ball there. He's going to get his first personal of the game. 5 fouls apiece in the second half for each team.
Terry Leonard. Trengone's had the ball in his hands a ton. So has Weber. Three-pointer, front iron miss. Browder now with a double-double. Hit ahead pass. Smith to the rack, and he's fouled.
Good pass from Browder to set that up.
Another trip to the charity stripe. Ollie Smith, he's 1 for 2 today. Sitting at 3 points in his 18 minutes played. And this is on the first.
This is what you need here if you're Lander. Need Carson-Newman to leave some points on the board for you.
Smith salvages one. Bearcats running the offense through Antoine Weber. Has the ball now. Leonard, backdoor cut, uses the window, but misses short. Illick with another board. Lander have gone cold in the second half. Browder, attack-minded, lefty, lay won't go. Weber, step back three.
4 for 20 from beyond the arc for the Bearcats now.
Brown creates contact. Tringone gets charged with the foul 8.5 minutes ago.
Tringone's third.
No offense tonight from Lander. That was their sixth team foul of the half. Their seventh, excuse me.
Lander just 6 for 21 now in the second half. That's 28%, 1 for 8 from deep.
It'll be 1-and-1 shots for Carson-Newman. Bobby Crawford. Off-ball foul goes on Bilbrey. Playing a little too handsy with Terry Leonard. Sixth team foul on the Eagles. Breon Steele getting a ton of run in the second half. Tringone creating space for Weber Jr. Finds the cutting. Excuse me, that's Bobby Crawford. Can't make it in. Browder hand in his face. And Steele clears the boards.
First miss from deep since early in the first half for Browder.
Leonard, through all sorts of contact, got it at a foul.
Much needed bucket there for Lander.
So some frustration for Terry even getting the and one. He's been held in check in the second half. This will be his first points. And he'll shoot the free throw after this break. 7:42 to go in the game. 47-64 the deficit for Lander from Horne Arena. Back on the Peach Belt Conference Sports Network, 64-47 the lead for Carson-Newman. Terry Leonard trying to get his three-point play here from the line.
His first trip to the line in this one.
He's 3 for 3 this season. He's been a good free throw shooter throughout his high school and college careers. He's going to have to come alive in the final 7.5 minutes tonight. It's a good start there.
Lander down 16, 7:42 to play.
Foul away from the ball.
I believe it's going to be Tringone's fourth. And it will be.
The third foul of the half on Tringone. Grad assistant coach Sebastian Augusta letting Omar Watad know that was his 4th, and Coach Watad elects to keep him in the game.
They're going to trust him.
Illick knocks down the free throw. This is his first trip to the charity stripe today. He's 7 of 8 coming into this contest. Stays perfect. Bobby Crawford looking for Leonard, hiding behind a screen. Kicking to Daniels. Wide open, Weber for 3. Cannot connect. Trengone on the offensive board.
Those are the shots that you need to fall if you're Lander.
Daniels won't go. Rebound up for grabs. Illick fell down with it. Lander won a travel. The jump ball is called. It'll go Carson-Newman's way.
Lid on the basket in this second half for Lander.
See athletic director Brian Reese right there mopping up the wet spot. Never takes a night off. AD Brian Reese still going at it. It's been at Lander since 2017. Bearcats now have 27 total sports. Now, AD Reese has had a lot on his plate, but still takes care of the small things.
Ferocious cleaning job.
Yeah.
Back out there.
Textbook stuff there from Brian Reese. And now we're ready to go. Ryland Hauk will inbound for Carson-Newman. Bearcats have implemented a press. Browder faces the brunt of it. Perfect pass to Bilbrey to break it. How about Fry? Got his man in the air but can't finish. Own rebound. Hauk, one more Browder. Floater is up, won't go. Out of bounds off the Eagles. Carson-Newman have outscored Lander 23-18 in the second half. An offense which has put up a ton of points in their first 2 games. Daniels knifes through, finds Crawford underneath and finishes.
First bucket for Crawford. High school teammate to high school teammate came up at Gibbs High School, St. Petersburg, Florida together. Playing college ball must be a really surreal thing for those two.
Howe cutting inside and detonates the rim.
6 points now for Hauk. Once again, every time Lander scores, Carson-Newman just finds a way to respond, keeping this league dragged out.
Jacob Daniels, the teardropper, all net.
He falls into double figures now with 11 points. Lander starting to string together some buckets now.
Yeah, they're trading baskets. Lander in desperate need of a stop. Under 6 to play and a 16-point lead. Browder sitting on 24 points, falls and turns it over. Trengone still in the game with 4 fouls. Tries to go coast to coast, kicks out Weber. Rises, acrobatic lay-in.
Great finish there from Weber. Adjusts mid-air, gets the bucket, 6 points. Lander slowly but surely clawing at this lead now, down 14.
Bilbrey, a fantastic ball handler. Has Daniels in his grill. Fights over the screen. Bilbrey with 13 to shoot. Curls around the pick. Fry, he'll attack inside. Got good position but was not able to get it to fall. Bearcats now with a tad of momentum. Daniels. Terry Leonard, space for a long 2 and he misses everything.
Leonard still with only the sole bucket on that and one a few moments ago in this second half. Put up 10 points in the first. Carson-Newman's done a good job holding the Bearcats' leading scorer in check in the second.
Bearcats are going to implement the press. And Carson-Newman take a timeout. They weren't ready for it. Smart play there by the senior Browder. Not risking the 5-second call. Timeout comes with 4:39 to go. 68-54 Eagles with the lead on the Peach Belt Conference Sports Network. From the timeout, Carson-Newman inbound with Bilbrey. Got a masterclass of a point guard role today.
Turns it over there.
Spoke too soon.
Announcer's jinx.
Yeah, he's still been amazing with the ball in his hands. And Carson-Newman have shown some struggle against the press.
Yeah, Lander's starting to build up some momentum here. Got 4.5 minutes. Take down a 14-point lead.
Daniels muscles his way inside through contact. Again, a lid on the rim for Lander today. Daniels all over Bilbrey.
Bearcats applying the pressure now.
Smith chucks up a triple. Hit the rim 3 times and into the hands of Antoine Weber. Weber on the attack, scoops it up, and another missed lay-in from Lander. Offensive board goes to Leonard. Tringone, a triple. Browder with 12 rebounds for the Eagles, leads the way. He's also got 24 points. Lost control, kept it from the baseline. Here's Hauk. Working inside, another missed lay-in opportunity. 13th board for Browder. Make it 14, and he'll have a chance to get 2 more points at the line.
Browder been held considerably in check by the Bearcats in the second half, considering the first half he had. Only 5 points so far. Lander, 3.5 minutes to go, 14 points to take down, 68-54 Carson-Newman here on the PBC Sports Network.
Welcome back to Finis Horne Arena on the Peach Belt Conference Sports Network. Graham Simpson, Landon King with you for Saturday afternoon hoops. Both teams are in a scoring drought, but for Carson-Newman, they have leeway based on the fantastic guard play they've had so far today.
Absolutely. Lander scoreless for the past 2 minutes. Carson-Newman scoreless for the past 3 minutes. Scores remained at 68-54 for quite a while now. This is the moment where Lander's got to take advantage of the Eagles hitting a cold streak.
Browder's been automatic from the line. He's now 4 of 5 today. He's made 5 threes. and has 26 points.
One shy of tying his career high, 2 of getting a new career high today versus Lander.
Here's Terry Leonard playing off ball, dumps it down low. Crawford doubled, back out Leonard, triple try, connects.
Needed that one bad if you're Lander. Just their second made triple the second half, and Browder's wide open on the other end. New career high for the senior.
Jake Crangone back out to Daniels. Trangone down low, works on Browder, knocked out of his hands, goes up on 2 and finishes.
Way to fight through the contact there for Trangone. Need quick buckets here if you're Lander, bringing the pressure.
Illick wanting to find Browder, cuts and lays it in.
He's got a 30-piece now.
His career high is 36 last year at UVA Wise. That was on December the 4th. He's nearing that. Here's Terry Leonard, just made a 3. Snatches back. Elbow jumper is pure.
Both teams trading buckets now. Lander still down by 13.
And Carson-Newman have been able to score in bunches. And a minute and a half to go. All the Eagles need to do is keep possession. Browder chucks it. It's going to be a minute miracle here for Lander. Leonard thought about the step back. Jacob Daniels, space to shoot, off the heel, and another board for Browder. That's his 15th.
At 6'4", 15 rebounds is very, very impressive.
That ties his career high in rebounds. Under a minute to go. And this one's all but wrapped up. Carson-Newman, a display of great ball movement, knocking down open shots. Illick, how about it? Misses too strong. Lander still in search of their right guard rotation with the new additions of Daniels and Weber. Trangone into traffic. Weber tries a 3. Lander will finish the game 5 of 25 from deep. And Carson-Newman come into Horne Arena and put on a clinic. Hout can dribble it out. Shot clock is unplugged. And Carson-Newman's going to start the year 3-0. Wins against King, Lees McRae, and now Lander as they start their stretch of 3 straight PBC opponents. They got the first leg done. North Georgia and Augusta will be tests, and we'll know a lot about this Carson-Newman team by the end of the month.
If they're able to walk away with at least 1 win of that PBC road trip, I think that, or out of the North Georgia and Augusta, I think they'll surely be ranked. And if they are able to take home both of them, they'll for sure be ranked. They're a good team. Came in this one receiving votes, had a fiery offense. They put up 108 points and 98 points in their first 2 contests. Put up 74 here today, but we'll still not shy of an electric offensive performance here from Carson-Newman, Jack Browder with 30 leading the way.
Yeah, Jack Browder with 30 points. He made 5 threes. Lander can't keep up with the Colts shooting. 20% from deep, 35% from the field. We'll catch up with Coach Omar Watad when we come back. Here with Coach Omar Latad, it's Bearcat Bearcat postgame as we wrap up the fall to Carson-Newman here on our own floor tonight. First loss of the season. Seemed like you just couldn't get the looks you were wanting on offense.
I think offensively we had a rough balance of selfish and impatient, to be 100% honest. Not across the board, but more than enough of it, more than enough of it, where it was just enough selfish and impatient. And, you don't win. You don't win like that. You don't win playing selfishly. You don't win rushing.
Your true freshman, Bobby Crawford with 21 minutes. You're trusting him with the ball in his hands a lot, especially on defense. You seem to put him on Browder, one of their tougher guys to start.
Bobby?
Daniels.
Yeah, he was not on Browder to start the game.
Was that a switch that you made?
I think it just kind of happened naturally, man. It wasn't like I just think it just happened naturally. He's a hell of a Sauce Daniels is a hell of a basketball player. But I hope he'll be the first to tell you 5 of 16 from the field and 1 of 6 from 3 doesn't get it done. I like the 4 assists, 0 turnovers, but 5 of 16. Some of them are solid decisions, and then other ones are forced at the rim. Probably take 5 or 6 of his attempts away, more so the rim ones, to be honest. He shot 37% from 3 in practice, and so I'm not worried about this jump shot. It's at the rim, man. He wasn't patient enough on rescreens, and then he forced a lot at the rim, But he's a pup, He's a pup. He executed the defensive game plan for the most part, and he's a dog and he plays hard. But I think he'll be the first to own up to, his performance.
Cannonville, 7 early rebounds, but didn't really get much playing time. Just 17 minutes from him tonight. New big man into the rotation, along with Navon, who's come back. What's been the feeling out process early on in the year with the big fellas?
There's nuances in the game that don't show up on the stat sheet. Execution defensively was, I love the kid, man. Look, when I go in that locker room, I'll be the first to talk about my deficiencies and things I did wrong, and can't say that on the media, but I 100% got out coached. I'll just keep it real, but I'll be more specific with them. But man, like DC, Dylan Cannonville, he didn't execute anything defensively. He was, pretty bad, to be 100% honest. And that's just what it is. That's just a fact. And we can't afford for him to be that. He's a stat stuffer when he plays. He's going to impact the game. But there's times he gives up a lot of points, and it's unnecessary. And it just boils down to discipline. And it's not just him. The buck starts, it starts and stops at me. So I'll keep it real. I think I got out coached 100%. There's things I should have emphasized and worked on more in practice to prepare for this one. But the things we did, and that showed up in the game, things that I should have emphasized more and worked on, it showed up in the game that hurt us. But the things we did rep and the things we did work on were executed defensively at an atrocious rate.
Quick turnaround with Erskine coming to town Monday. What are some positives you're going to bring back to the locker room?
Oh, the season is young. That's it. This was not a good performance. Now, credit to Carson-Newman. They're good. I knew they were good. They're really, 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 really good. We were just impatient and a little bit selfish on O, and extremely, 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 extremely undisciplined on D. And at times got punked. At times. We did some punking as well, but, glass or whatever. But, and then, shot poorly, and I got out-coached. So that's that. We'll be ready. We'll be ready for Erskine, come 3 p.m. tomorrow, but we'll be ready for him.
Coach, thank you for your time. Best of luck. We'll talk to you Monday.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.